Hello everyone, greetings from Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. So this is actually one of the event part of the celebration of INRIAD 50s in Vietnam and Southeast Asia. We are here with colleagues from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, in particular Department of Animal Health, National Institute of Veterinary Research, and also the Journal of Vietnam Agriculture to co-organize a very important event on animal health. How to translate research evidence into a policy in the areas of African Swine Fever. Vietnam is the top 6 pig production countries in the world. 30 million pigs a year produced in this country. And actually African Swine Fever, ASF, caused a devastating impact, killing more than 6 million pigs until now. And so the question of this workshop is really how to discuss on the evidences generated on African Swine Fever by international organization and Vietnamese researcher, and uses to make use of that for the purpose of disease management with the ministries and many stakeholders here. So the workshop, we have people from the ministries, but in particular many people from university and research institute, and also private sectors, the companies in Vietnam producing the first ever African Swine Fever vaccines, including Novotel and AVAC. They produce vaccine here, they are using here, but they started exporting to other countries. So a few take away from this workshop. The first thing, we are so surprised that many things have been done on African Swine Fever. Our colleague from VNUR, from other university, produced a lot of paper, international paper, to understanding the virus in Vietnam and on this evaluation, producing also diagnostic tools, etc. So that is the first thing. We have a quite good knowledge about the virus, but we need to do more. The second areas, we have started producing vaccines, but by some reason these vaccines have not been taken up very much, even in Vietnam. So that we need to understand more the reason and also understanding the delivery, gender perspective of all these things. So the third one is actually, there is really a strong request from the policy side of things to develop the national action plan to control African Swine Fever. So the current one will end by 2025, and Dr. Nguyen Van Long, the DG from Department of Animal Health, is asking INRIAD as a partner to work together to develop the plan for control ASF for the next phase after 2025. So the input of the discussion of this workshop will be useful and will be integrated in the next plan to control ASF in Vietnam. Another interesting thing is, in fact, we discussed how to engage public-private partnership in generating data for disease surveillance. So traditionally, you have many labs belonging to the government, but more and more, you have private labs analyzing animal diseases. But at the moment, these data are not being used to serve the surveillance system in Vietnam. So interesting discussion on how to engage them, make them up to standards so that the government can use this type of data for that. So this is one of the event, part of the celebration of INRIAD 50. We will have some more during this week and next week before we close this series of events. I would like to thank very much our Vietnamese partner to join hands with us to do research in livestock, in animal health, in One Health in Vietnam, and also our colleague from communication side, for example, the Vietnam Agriculture Journal, for accompanying us in organizing on this meeting in Vietnam. So thank you and see you again.